Artificial intelligence feels like magic. It writes, diagnoses, drives, and entertains us. But behind every seamless AI interaction, there's a hidden workforce, millions of ghost workers. These people label images, transcribe audio, and moderate disturbing content to train AI systems. They're mostly invisible, often underpaid, and lack basic job protections. Many work in the global south, earning pennies for grueling, repetitive tasks. Their labor is the human cost of our digital convenience. As AI becomes more central to society, we must ask, is this the future we want? One built on invisible, exploited workers? The good news? We can change this. The problems are complex, but not unsolvable. We can design a future where AI innovation and human dignity go hand in hand. This isn't about rejecting technology. It's about seeing the people behind it. Let's choose to build a more ethical digital world together. The first step is looking behind the curtain. If the current system is broken, what's the plan? This conversation is a blueprint for ethical AI aimed at everyone who benefits from or builds this technology. It's not a utopian fantasy, it's about practical steps we can take now. We'll explore 3 pillars: worker dignity, better technology, and radical transparency. Think of it like building a house, a strong foundation, sturdy beams, and a transparent roof. Whether you're a tech professional, student, or everyday user, you have the power to shape AI's future. The human cost of data labeling is a bug, not a feature. Let's fix it. This blueprint is a toolkit for building AI that's not just clever but conscientious. Systems are built by people and can be rebuilt by people. By understanding the problem and blueprint, we empower ourselves to demand better. Let's move from passive users to advocates for a humane technological future. Ready? Let's look at the plans. To see why change is needed, let's examine AI's foundation: data annotation. AI learns from millions of labeled examples, images, audio, text, meticulously tagged by humans. This work is outsourced to low-wage workers in countries like Kenya, India, and the Philippines. Tasks are monotonous and often psychologically damaging, especially for content moderators. Most are classified as contractors, stripped of labor rights and paid per task, sometimes just cents. There's no job security, no mental health support, and little recourse if they're deactivated. We're building advanced technology on a foundation of human suffering. It's a paradox. We celebrate AI's achievements while ignoring the people who make them possible. This isn't just a PR problem, it's a deep moral failing. A system built on exploitation is unsustainable. We need a stronger ethical foundation before it all collapses. How do we fix this? The first pillar is data dignity. It's simple but radical. Treat the people powering AI with respect and fairness. Data annotation and moderation are real jobs deserving real rights. First, fair wages, no more pennies for essential labor. Second, transparency, clear contracts, clear responsibilities, and knowledge of who they work for. Third, robust mental health support, especially for those exposed to traumatic content. Companies must provide access to therapists and wellness checks. Finally, the right to organize. Unions and advocacy groups give workers a collective voice. This isn't anti-tech, it's pro-human. Data dignity is the moral foundation for ethical AI. It's about seeing and valuing the people behind the data. Is data dignity possible? Absolutely, and Nairobi, Kenya proves it. Nairobi is a hub for content moderation, with thousands cleaning up social media for tech giants. Promised good jobs, workers instead face low pay and psychological trauma. For years they suffered in silence, bound by NDAs and fear. But in 2019 they began to organize, sharing stories and demanding better pay, conditions and mental health support. Their fight led to a landmark legal case and the formation of a union. They sued their employer and Meta, exposing the hidden world of content moderation. Their courage forced the world to confront the human cost of social media. These moderators are now leaders, not ghosts, showing that collective action can drive real change. Their fight is a beacon of hope for data workers everywhere. Treating workers with dignity is essential, but what if we could also reduce the need for exploitative labor? Enter our second pillar, better tech. Synthetic data, artificially generated, perfectly labeled, can train AI without massive human labor. This reduces repetitive, harmful work and can even improve AI performance. Few-shot and zero-shot learning models let AI learn from fewer examples, further cutting reliance on large-scale data labeling. These innovations make AI development more accessible and less exploitative. By prioritizing such technologies, the industry can move away from business models built on human suffering. Companies get better data, workers face less harm. Human intelligence can focus on higher value, less damaging tasks. Building better tech means making AI more humane and sustainable. Our third pillar is transparency. How do we know which AI is built ethically? We need accountability across the AI supply chain, inspired by fair trade certifications in other industries. Imagine a fair AI sticker signaling that data was sourced without exploitation. This requires rigorous, independent audits of AI supply chains. Audits would check for fair wages, mental health support, and use of better tech. Results would be public, creating a transparency report card for AI companies. This empowers consumers, businesses, and investors to make ethical choices. Companies would compete on ethics, not just performance. Transparency turns hidden human costs into visible, marketable benefits. It connects our choices to real systemic change. We've built our blueprint: data dignity, better tech, and transparency. But a blueprint is just paper. Change requires collective will. The current system benefits powerful corporations. They won't change voluntarily. Real change comes from sustained, organized pressure. Workers must continue to organize and fight for rights. Industry insiders, engineers, managers, researchers must advocate for ethical practices and refuse to build exploitative systems. Whistleblowers and internal advocates are crucial. The public, consumers, citizens, investors must demand transparency and support ethical companies. We can amplify worker stories, call out abuses, and push for regulation. The tools and ideas are here. What's needed is unwavering public demand. The power to change AI is and always has been in our hands. We've reached the end of our blueprint. We've exposed AI's hidden human cost and outlined a 3-pillar plan for a better future. The question isn't what can be done, but what will you do? You can be a passive observer or an active builder. Pick a pillar: data dignity, better tech, or transparency, and start pushing. Support worker rights, advocate for fair wages, and demand mental health support. If you're a builder, champion synthetic data and efficient learning models. Help design systems that make AI smarter and kinder. Demand fair trade style certifications for AI products. Use your power as a consumer and citizen to create a market for ethics. Learn, talk, and share these ideas. Real change is thousands of individual choices, all pushing in the same direction. Let's get to building.